Right, hello and welcome to the video. I am the Cosmic Turtle and thank you so much for checking out the channel. So I titsed up a little bit just now. I clicked on the fight that I ended the stream with, the previous part of the video, or part of the playthrough on. So to actually go where I was supposed to go and continue with the story and not waste 6 minutes on a cutscene we had already seen.
The only way to avoid that is to end this with one strike. Cut him! Cut him! I'm behind him!
It's been a while, Ryoka boy.
Ryoka boy.
My first strike.
Ryoka boy. I can't remember if I updated my manga reading recently. I'm currently on volume 41 of Naruto. Finally put a bit of effort into getting through Naruto. I'm on volume 1 of Fire Force and volume 2 of Attack on Titan. I finished my reread of Rurouni Kenshin, and I finished my first read of Toriko.
I can't believe I did that.
I'm also going to be doing a reread of Soul Eater, Nura Rise of the Yokai Clan soon as well. Oh, and I'm also now finished volume 26 of Eden Zero, which is my first read through as well.
Your first strike. You should have struck me while you were hollowified. One strike might have finished me.
I'm also on volume 2 of the X-Men manga, but I haven't started reading that one yet.
I'll show you your own hubris.
He said hubris, weird then. Hubris or something, he said. Very odd. But yeah, in terms of Attack on Titan and Fire Force, they're technically first reads, but also restarting them. Attack on Titan, I got to like volume 18 or 17, something like that. Maybe 20, I don't recall. But
we're talking about you and me,
that was about 7 years ago. So then when I'm only missing like the final 5 volumes, so when I get close to the end, I'm just going to buy the final manga box set.
Let me ask you something, Ryoka boy. What are you doing this for? Why?
Was it like 34 volumes? So I read about half of it, but I feel like I don't remember the manga well enough, so I want to start again. And Fire Force, I only read the first 3 volumes, and there's 34 of them. Oh, so there's 33 Attack on Titan. No, there's 33 Eden Zeros.
It's safe to assume that none of your friends are dead.
There's 30 odd Attack on Titans as well.
Can you really hate me?
I find 30 odd to be a sweet spot for manga. The series aren't too long, but they're not too short either when they like kind of hit the 30s.
I don't believe that you'll touch me like that.
I want to read my Death Note manga as well. I haven't read them yet. Got the Black Edition. I guess 6 books. And I'm also going to do a reread of Fairy Tail. I got to collect 40 books from the attic at my mum's. That's going to be fun. Like 42. I got 20 odd of them here.
Lose yourself and you lose your life. Don't worry.
No, you don't want to lose your life.
I know the reason why the captains who went to Hueco Mundo decided to send you here first.
Yeah?
I won't let you see Aizen Shikai.
We'll fight. We'll do all that we can to protect you.
Been doing a bit of anime watching as well. Me and my cousin have finished his first watch through of the original Bleach series, and I think that's my 3rd watch. I think I might be wrong, but it's at least my 3rd. We've also watched Core 1 of the 1000 Year Blood War, which is my 4th. Oh no, I think it's my 4th time watching Bleach. And it's my 4th time watching Core 1.
Me? What? What are you guys talking about?
So I watched it once in Japanese,
Look at you. You're all
once
beat
in
up.
English, once on my Blu-ray, and now once with Richard.
I mean, to be honest, allowing you to fight alone would be even crazier. I'm pretty sure that there's a lot of people who wouldn't appreciate you doing this single-handedly. Listen, don't try to take all this on yourself. That's arrogance. Every one of us has a stake in this battle.
You hurled yourself at me without giving it much thought. That was terribly reckless of you, Captain Hitsugaya.
Somebody had to be the one to make the first move, and missing an
Somebody
opportunity to
stop
attack
him.
plays right into your hands.
So look here, I'm gonna quickly check.
I have to commend you.
Is it 3 or 4
After
times
all,
I've
you
watched
didn't use
Bleach?
Kyoka Suigetsu on your very first swing.
Allow me to commend you in turn for being wise enough not to try to attack all by yourself.
Are you
also
implying
watched
that
with
we're
Richard.
cowardly, Captain
Anime
Aizen?
watched. Yeah, Bleach 4 times. I've watched Dragon Ball Z 6 times plus, because I don't know for certain.
Toshiro.
So the number I specify means I've watched it at least that much, and there might be more that I don't remember from when I was younger. Dragon Ball 6 plus, Dragon Ball Z 6 plus, Dragon Ball 3 plus, Dragon Ball Super twice, GT 3 plus, Daima 3 times, Bleach 4 times. Blood War until Cold 4 comes out, it doesn't count.
What's the deal? Why didn't you bring Orihime back? But I suppose that you at least did come back with Unohana. So I forgive you. Let's go.
Naruto 3 times, Shippuden 2 times, Fairy Tail and Fairy Tail Zero twice, Full Metal Alchemist twice, Death Note twice, Tokyo Ghoul once, Soul Eater twice, Hunter x Hunter and Attack on Titan, Nura Rise of the Yokai Clan all once, Yu-Gi-Oh 3 times plus, Pokemon 4 times plus, Pokemon Origin twice. I don't know why I'm telling you all this like you care, but you know, it's fun. Sandland, Burn the Witch, and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I got Phantom Blood / Blood Tendency and Stardust Crusader all once, and Shaman King 2001 once. I've also watched Baki up until the Great Right Eye Tournament as well, which I've been enjoying. I'll be going back to that. And those are all the anime that I know I've definitely watched.
Watch closely. See where this battle goes.
I've watched like the first 3.5 seasons of One Piece. I've watched 2 seasons of Black Butler as well. I think there's a 3rd season out now though.
Since you don't seem to know. Swinging a sword for duty alone is exactly what a captain is supposed to do. To swing a sword out of hatred is nothing but barbaric violence. That isn't a battle. That's not what we'd call it. Aizen. The fact of the matter is...
I've also potentially watched all of Ultimate Muscle that was made, released in the UK. And Beyblade.
I confess I'm surprised to hear those words, especially coming from the captain who most likely hates me the most.
Beyblade I wouldn't be surprised if I've seen like 2 or 3 times. And Ultimate Muscle I could have potentially seen twice as well.
Or else, perhaps you're implying that all of your hatred just disappeared the moment that Momo showed up here fully healed.
Into fat air.
Bunkai. Daiguren Hyoin Maru!
Like, I think the actors are doing a decent job in this Bleach game as well, the voice actors. But they don't put, in many cases, the same level of oomph that they did in the show.
Hatred. I'll admit it. I didn't come here to fight. The reason that I came here is to cut you down where you stand.
Might be that my headphones are too quiet though, you know. Because maybe they need to be charged. And if they do, I'm going to suddenly go deaf in my other ear. Let's have a look here. Does it suddenly get like twice as loud? Ah! Yes, yes it did. Alright, there we are, that's charging now. So what, those exciting times. Switch 2 comes out in a few days, not a week. As of right now, I am still going to be getting the Switch 2.
It's over, Aizen.
Because whenever I think about it, like, oh yeah, I should probably cancel it, because I only wanted to play
So nice.
Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom at the moment. I want to get Donkey Kong, but that comes out in July. I want to get Pokemon XZ or whatever it was called. A through Z. But that comes out in like October. So it's stuff like that. But then when I think about it, I really do want to play Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom on the Switch 2, getting the improvements. And also just having access to that app so I can get the Korok seeds that I need on Tears of the Kingdom. And do a whole new playthrough for Breath of the Wild without having to create a new save or delete my... a new account or delete my old save.
The captains pulled it off.
I also found out that Switch 1 Joy-Cons are compatible with Switch 2, which that means I don't have to buy new Joy-Cons straight away, which is great.
Momo.
Because then when I get Mario Kart, because Evie loves Mario Kart and she'll definitely be down for playing that. When that time comes, I can just buy that, we can play 2-player and stuff, and then when a Joy-Con for the Switch 2 comes out that I really want, like a new Zelda one, or if there's one that she really likes and asks me to get it, I can grab it. But then there's no rush for it then.
What are you guys doing?
What's going on here? I want to show it, don't be a coward. Kinda showed it.
Speed.
I fucking love him, he's such a good villain. He's such a good villain.
An interesting question. The power of Kyoka Suigetsu is complete hypnosis.
I need to do
It
like
has the ability to create a
basically
illusion by controlling all 5 senses.
I like to do
of its
top
target
5
at all
rankings,
times.
as you may have known. If you've been on like 2 of my anime videos, it usually comes up a lot. But actually do like a criteria for it. Things like, say a score from 1 out of 10 or 1 out of 5 on the character's appearance, the character's transformations and power-ups, like abilities and special, like special attacks, you know, abilities and powers, stuff like that. You know, like a Kamehameha or a Kaioken for abilities, and then like, you know, Super Saiyan or Vasto Lorde for transformations, like that sort of thing. Because Kaioken is not a transformation, it's an ability. Same with Ultra Instinct, it's an ability that you tap into, it's not like a transformation. But then also like the character's story, but also the battles that they take part in, and like see who is actually my favourite villain on paper. Because I still think number 1 would still be Madara, fitting all those criteria. Because I love his appearance, I think he's phenomenal. He doesn't really have transformations, unless you factor when he gets reanimated and loses his armor and has the Hashirama face on his chest, which I always thought that looked cool. The 6 Paths Madara transformation, which I don't think is great, but I don't think it's bad. So it doesn't like knock points off him per se. His attacks, he has some of the coolest abilities and attacks in Naruto, like the Susanoo that he uses is phenomenal. Ha ha ha, yeah. Majestic Destroyer Flame is amazing. The meteors that he brings down, Limbo. Like, he got loads of cool abilities. His fights with Hashirama are some of my favourite in the series. Against the 5 Kage is great. Against the Shinobi Alliance is great. When he just absolutely decimates Naruto and Sasuke, also great. Yep. And what was the last? His story. His story, I think, is very interesting and very fascinating. His plan for how he intended on executing his plan is stupid, by having some kid do it.
Just
yeah, it's blocked.
who do you think you are anyway? Ignorant upstart. Do you really believe that you could ever cut me?
I don't merely think that I can. In fact, I already have.
Silence! Oh. Don't you know why I've been able to serve as head captain of the 13th Court Guard Squad?
Tell him. Tell him, Genryusai. Or Shigekuni.
Because no soul reaper stronger than me has emerged in 1,000 years. You said that I missed my opportunity. Quite the opposite. In fact, the time is now ripe.
Your time is up, Eisen. My time is now. You can't see me. My time is now. I am the franchise.
While at the same time your men were being trained. How very kind of you.
Also,
Things of this world turn to ashes.
he's madder as well. Like voice actor wise.
Even if they be my subordinates, those who cannot contribute are to be abandoned without remorse, and all things that help to achieve victory are to be used to serve the court guard. In the past, that was the philosophy that I taught to all those who serve in the guard. But now, it definitely does feel as though I have changed. Still, the will of the court guard, which I have upheld for the past millennia, shall never falter.
My man here with the will of fire.
Burn and turn to ashes. All things of this world turn to ashes. Ryujin Chaka.
I maintain, if this game did an update to,
You're not a member of the 13 Court Guard squads. They simply cannot allow you to die here.
Oh, man.
what's it called? Just do an update to, oh damn it. Oh, it doesn't matter, I've already got the three things. Like, smoothing out the fighting a little bit, to add at least a second animation when you do a soul break or whatever. Come on, my fire's hitting it. Oh my god, look at the damage! God, he is ashes, isn't he? Oh. Hello, Jason. How's it going?
That is the credo that the 13 Court Guard squads follow.
And I think that will go a long way with this game, because it's not a bad game at all. I don't know why Head Captain is so slow though. The guy is like literally a monster. You can't sprint with him. Or at least maybe I forgot how to sprint.
That is the credo that the 13 Court Guard squads follow.
Oh no.
This is... what? The flame of Ryujin Jaka died out.
Ah, some good clean fun. Yes, yes.
Your Ryujin Jaka
I
is
see
the
what you did
ultimate
there.
Sanbok-to. There's no doubt of that. If we fought toe-to-toe, then you'd most probably end up winning. But when all other
I don't know about
powers are
clean
abandoned
fun
in
though,
order to
because
strengthen a single power,
this game tends to get me angry.
can be opposed.
Good news. Lay it on me.
Is the only modified Arrancar, and his resurrection is Extinguir. That's right, an Arrancar created for the sole purpose of containing your Ryujin Jaka. To obtain that one power,
Awesome.
Wonderwise sacrificed his speech.
Yeah, I ordered mine through
memory.
Amazon, and apparently it's going to be coming like 2 days late, which is
You
annoying.
can't do anything against that power, the ability for which he exchanged everything. Goodbye, Genryusai Yamamoto.
You are naive. So much so it makes me dizzy.
Overall, it's fine. I'm going to a funeral on the 3rd anyway, so gives me just an extra few days to just not chill, but you know what I mean. Decompress, I guess, after it. So I just get a little bit more time to just not worry about it, I suppose. And then when it comes, I will
I don't
probably
believe I held anything back
get
at all.
the Breath of the
I must
Wild
say,
upgrade
you're
and then
one
play that.
tough kid.
I'm hoping Nintendo aren't dickheads about it and they don't like overcharge it.
Well then, if I am not able to defeat you with Ikotsu,
Oh, fair.
I should warn you that this may hurt a little bit.
Is
that
he
all
or she getting a Switch for their birthday?
That's right. Your voice has been silenced. You have lost your ability to speak.
This guy's a monster.
I am
Look at
glad.
him.
It is a good thing that you no longer look like a child. Now I can beat you to death without feeling any guilt.
Beat you to death.
Ikotsu. Poor creature. With all
That was weird.
taken from you, you were not robbed of your emotions. How very cruel indeed.
Cruel? Souls that have become hollows have no purpose. They are meant only to mindlessly consume other souls. What's so cruel about trying
So
to
what a
provide them with
nerd.
more meaning?
Not
to
getting a
give them
Switch on their
purpose?
birthday.
It's you who is the truly cruel one for shattering that soul to pieces.
I have no intention of getting into a silly argument with you. Speak while you have the chance. So
Or forever
long
hold
may
your
over.
peace.
Silly arguments. Because you insist on taking my words lightly, you overlook the meaning that's behind them. Remember what I said about Extinguir? It was created for the sole purpose of containing the flame of Ryujin Jaka.
Interesting.
And when I say contain, I mean trapping it inside your sword, so that no new flames can be produced. But is that the only flame? There's another. That flame was emitted by your sword already. So, where was that flame contained then?
Oh, what's this?
What?
You're a smart man. If all that energy you emitted was to be released in an instant indiscriminately, you know.
Right, £8 is great. I was hoping it'd be under a tenner, and I'll probably do Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom on day one. I'll have to see how it goes though, because I'll be getting the Switch on day one. Well, it won't be arriving day one, but you know, getting the Switch on day one, and getting the 4 new Zelda amiibos. On Monday, I'm getting the new season of Bleach on Blu-ray, and that's £45 as well.
Your flame would have easily blasted away the
And I had to buy some clothes for the funeral and like pay to get down and everything for the funeral. So
ashes and dust. I thank you, Genryusai Yamamoto.
my problem with it is the fact that you just get the original cartridge. I don't think it is fine at all. I think it's a terrible deal for the consumers or for the customers. I think it's very uncustomer friendly. I feel like they should give you a cartridge with all the DLC, all the upgrades, all like the extra stuff on the base game, since they're charging you so much more for it. I think it's a terrible move by Nintendo.
Tell you the same thing, upstart.
His arm is cracking. This is a forbidden.
What were you
technique
mistaken
that can
about?
only be activated by sacrificing one's own body.
You're naive. Hot dog number 96. Itakaso.
Especially since when they make a remaster of sorts of a game on a new generation console, it's usually cheaper than what the game cost on the previous console when it first came out. Oh, fair enough. Well, again, I still maintain if they're, it's like if you bought, I don't know. Just think of a weird one. If you bought Final Fantasy VII Remake, and you got a Final Fantasy VII PS1 disc, and then you put it in your PS5, then you get like all the updates to sort out on the PS5, it's not acceptable. When you get the new Final Fantasy VII, you want it on the current like hardware and software and all the business. You want it to be a PS5 game. and not a PS1 disc that you update when you put it in your PS5.
I underestimated his willingness to sacrifice his charred body to use as a weapon.
Attack of the Fannies, that's not a title that would get past...
Ichigo Kurosaki.
well, I think that'd be censored. I forgot who does it.
Settle this.
Attack of the Fannies, what is... I have no comment for that. God damn.
How insulting.
Attack of the
Did you truly
Funnies.
think that the same attack would work against me more than once?
I had hoped.
Let's start.
This means nothing.
Whoa, what a
So
God damn it.
futile.
Get into business. What are you going to do, Aizen, huh? My bad. Problem is though, Attack of the Fannies, it could easily be a game where you just get attacked by like really aggressive prostitutes. Oh, come on. Right, once I've defeated Aizen, I'll quickly check that other message.
What's so funny?
I bet that you're thinking that was the perfect opportunity. But that was my last vulnerable moment.
Oh no! It'll just be you streaming games and random people coming in and saying, oh my god, you cannot say that.
You missed your chance to kill me, Ichigo Kurosaki.
I don't delete people's comments. I've been insulted quite a lot on my streams a few years back. Thankfully it hasn't happened since, but I didn't delete any of the comments, I didn't block them, I just accepted the abuse for some reason.
Instant regeneration.
It's not instant regeneration. Did you really believe that I would holofy?
Problem is though, those sort of fannies, they wouldn't put mean comments, they would just report my channel and get me banned.
That's...
Because they'd be like, oh, he said, I don't know, that people with a penis can't be a woman and give birth. We have to block his account. We have to destroy him.
Magnificent.
It's just like...
Just as I envisioned.
It's a bizarre world we live in where people actually think that your feelings make reality truth.
Your Soul Reaper powers were awakened.
No one is arguing that you're allowed to feel what you feel. Everyone's arguing your feelings don't get to change reality. You can believe it in your own little space, but you can't force it into the, like, not even the public consciousness, the actual scientific fact of life.
In your battle with Grimjow, you mastered holification. And in your battle with Ulquiorra, it seems that you were able to gain an even greater power.
Oh, it'd be hilarious if that was actually Twitch. Like, alright now, son, you've gone too far with this one. And it'd actually be funny.
Wait a second. You mean all of my
It'd also be like censorship and silencing someone's voice. Silencing a disabled man's voice. Terrible. A minority. Not many Welsh people in this world. Even less disabled Welsh people.
What does that mean? Tell me! Start talking!
That's a real minority. Probably like 0 point something % of the world are Welsh.
I merely developed a certainty. I became convinced that you'd make the best research subject for me. So I took opportunities to assist you in your development.
I think if that happened, I'd probably make a noob channel, because I do it for fun anyway. Like,
Didn't you think it rather strange
my streams, obviously I'd like to earn money from doing them, because why not? It'd be silly to not want that. But as long as I'm enjoying it, I'm happy to just go with it and see how it goes.
Which is only used to lure low-level hollows. That Rukia Kuchiki, whose spiritual pressure hadn't been detected till then, should be so conveniently arrested by the Soul Society, just coincidentally when you were beginning in earnest to get the hang of fighting.
Like, you know, getting paid to just play a game that I find fun and talk about topics I like and then just rant every now and again.
Every one of them fought you when your powers just so happened to have
Wouldn't be able to complain about that life.
They were nearly equal to their own abilities. Didn't you ever stop to think that it was strange?
Hold on.
Did you chalk it all up to fate? Did you think this attack was a coincidence as well?
Hold on.
Did you think your
Sorry if that came from. I drank some tea then. It sounded quite low to me.
Efforts? Don't disappoint me. You should be stronger than this, more perceptive than this. What's
I
the
should
matter?
be, shouldn't I?
Don't you believe me?
Of course not.
But it's the truth.
It's a lie!
Oh, that's the other thing that would make this game better. Either doing an update to put Bleach music into the game, or...
Remember what you said before.
Have you ever watched any of those auditing videos where people with too much free time on their hands go around filming in public places? Oh, yeah, I've seen one, is it Audit to the Audit, I think his channel is. I've seen a load of those. I vary between finding it very enjoying and incredibly rage-inducing.
You don't believe me. Right now.
Because it's just like some dad like, oh, I know the Constitution. I am well within my rights to do this. Like, yeah, you are well within your rights technically to do this. You got your wife and 2 children in the car. You are ruining their evening, so all 4 of you get arrested because you're just a stupid, childish cunt. Just show your fucking ID and be on your way. Like, some of them really infuriate me because it's like, why are you so just much of a pain in the ass about it? I'm not sure if I've seen British ones. I may have, but I'm not 100% certain.
But for the weak, who make up the majority of this world,
the only ones I've seen for British people is British. They're not audits though. It's British people walking into like asylum hotels, like, oh, this is a nice hotel, and there's just like loads of Indian or Middle Eastern men or black people staring at him like, oh, you shouldn't be here. And then like an Indian man comes up and says, oh, you're not allowed in here, this is public property or private property. It's like just the ridiculousness of an Indian man telling a British man he's not allowed in this building, which was a public building on British soil until like a week earlier or whatever. Madness.
that I was unable to detect the Hokyoku's location for 100
DJE Media, The Laughing Auditor, DJ Audit.
Okay.
The Laughing Auditor, that sounds interesting.
Let's go back to earlier.
At the moment, when I'm on YouTube, it's usually like watching Nerdrotic, Critical Drinker, one of the people in that crew, or crowd, whatever you want to say, or watching anime videos. Is usually what I'm doing at the moment. But my YouTubing has severely gone down since going deaf in 1 year. Because I used to have one headphone in my left ear or right ear, and then listen to the TV, like, or whatever game I'm playing from the other ear. But I can't really do that now. So it's severely affected my YouTubing.
You were special even from the instant of your birth. Because you are human. And also...
Fair enough. I suppose it's better to try to get laughs out. Oh, there he is. I suppose it's better to try to get laughs than be a knobhead and get your whole family arrested because you wouldn't show a single piece of paper. Tell you what though, now that I've had this conversation and mentioned how having a penis means you can't give birth to a child, my channel's definitely going to have a content warning on it. Be careful, this man speaks scientific fact. Men are incapable of having children. Or producing children in their own body. Men can facilitate children by fertilizing eggs.
Between us, a wise decision.
And that's as far as we go, I'm afraid. Tell you what, since I've brought it up now, I've never commented on this before, but it's a thing I've seen before and it's absolutely disgusting. Have you seen the men who, like, take hormones and shit and breastfeed their children, despite the fact that men cannot produce what babies need
You had your reasons
to
for not
breastfeed them properly? It's like, what the fuck are you feeding
I'm in a
them?
real bind here. I don't know how to ask you what I want to ask you.
Madness.
Without sounding like I'm disrespecting
And
you.
I'd love to know the health,
So I guess I'll just
you
have
know,
to wait until you want to tell me.
whatever you want to call the reverse of benefits, the effects on the health of babies that get fed whatever the shit is coming out of those bloody
I
tits,
remember that it made
you
me
know?
feel relieved.
Because it's not natural, it's not organic.
They've cloaked their
Well, especially not in 2024 or 2025 even. If this was 2005, I'd be fine.
You've been watching for an awfully long time.
If this was 2005, people think I'd be stupid for even bringing this up. Like, why are you bringing up this foolishness for? No one disagrees with you.
Reason to step in. That's all.
I see.
Oh, how are you finding the Harry Potter TV series casting reveals then? And are you going to watch the Harry Potter TV series? Because I am not. I'm a big fan of Harry Potter, but I'm not watching that series.
The last time that we fought,
Because I know it's just
you came charging
either
at me
going to
full
be
steam after I cut
infuriating
you
because
down
it could have been
those
better,
I remember
just because
thinking,
they're making stupid decisions, or it's just going to be terrible based on some of the decisions they're making.
you liar.
Like,
Is that supposed
Black
to be an
Snape,
insult?
firstly,
No.
J.K. Rowling has shown what Snape looked like from old sketches of hers, what she imagined Snape to look like. And then you have the guy who is instantly accused of stealing something, the guy who is bullied because of how he looked, the guy who was dangled upside down from a tree because of how he looked, the guy who was, like, obsessed with some white girl his entire life and rejected by her.
You're a poet.
And that's not going to somehow be a racial thing
I
now.
didn't get that from you.
And then they have Hermione, who, yes, she, like, if you don't try to look, she basically looks white. But you can tell she's slightly darker. And then you have Herbie, the character that gets, like, mud blood launched out of her multiple times.
But
And
as it turns out,
it's
you're
like,
just
of all the
creepy.
characters, the two who are easily, like, that you could misunderstand what they suffer as racism, you give it to them. When it was never racism, it was, well, Hermione's is kind of racism, I suppose. But you know what I mean. I haven't watched it in a while, but yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Because it's the fact that we now live at a point where being born on the UK, in the UK means that you are British. When being born in the UK means that you are a British citizen.
You know how far it extends with Bob.
You are not British just because you were born on this soil. You need at least a British parent to be British. You need DNA and ancestry and, like, heritage and lineage, you know.
I won't hold back this time. In this universe,
Oh no, Because it's like that whole Southport stabbing, that the Rwandan guy who killed like 9 little girls. Like, oh, he was a Welshman. Like, he was not fucking Welsh. Both of his parents were African. How is he Welsh? There's literally nothing about his DNA, about what makes him who he is, Welsh, other than the fact that he was born here, and he might have some cultural sensibilities in line with Welsh people. But there's not many Welsh people I know of who would stab 9 little girls to death, so...
One person's Bankai ought to be able to stop another person's Bankai.
Also, seen the thing, apparently he was actually on like some sort of like watch list that they were afraid that he might have done something dangerous, and they never really did anything to make sure he didn't. Ball back! Stop blocking my Getsugas! 1, little 2, little 3, little Getsuga, 4, little 5, little 6, little Getsuga. I'll stop now. I pressed the wrong button, I didn't block.
That badly. I'll show you.
Wrong button, again. But yeah, let's go off this topic before I do actually get my stream ended early. Weather's been nice recently.
This is my whole vacation. Here I come.
This is just the start.
The new Donkey Kong game looks like it's going to be a fun one.
I didn't feel that.
Oh no, way too far away. Getsuga Tencho! Getsuga Tencho! Now I'm fighting like an Ichigo. Ah, damn it. Oh. Oh, it's been too hard for me as well, I hate it. I was lying, the weather has not been nice. I've hated every second of it. The weather has been, on paper, nice. I did see that it had this release date, yeah. I noticed on Instagram they did a story for it, which I'm glad it's not too soon. Because then, if I get Donkey Kong Day 1 in July, which I'm not sure if I will, I'm like 50-50, because a game I'd like to stream also comes out on the exact same day. So I'll probably get the two, but you know, I'm just leaving that option open there for myself, I suppose. But then I get July, August and September to play Donkey Kong, so I really doubt I'll need all that. But then, I get plenty of time to play Donkey Kong, and then Pokemon, which I hope is good, I really do. I'm fed up of Pokemon games being unpolished and just nowhere near as good as they should be. I thought Legends Arceus was great. I really enjoyed that. I love November too. It's my birthday in November.
But of course, knowing that won't do you any good.
What's wrong? You're really slowing down a lot. Reached
That
your
is,
limit already?
never noticed that. That's brilliant.
Yes, so it seems. I've reached my limit. As a Soul Reaper, that is. My soul is being replaced. It seems the Hogyoku is finally beginning to understand who
And if you add December on the end, and you like wind someone up, or you do something and you get known for something, it's like, oh, you've been Jasoned.
Sounds like you're talking nonsense to me.
You know?
I don't
Like being
fault you for not
punked.
feeling it.
You've been Jasoned.
I only realized the truth about the Hogyoku after I had become its master. What do you think the Hogyoku's power is exactly? Do you think it controls the boundaries between Hollows and Soul Reapers? Two conflicting opposites? Wrong. The Hogyoku's true power is the ability to read the hearts of those around it and to realize their deepest desires.
Oh yeah.
What?
It's a good ability to have, isn't it?
Don't you see? Everything that's appeared around Ichigoku Asano.
Let's be fair, the amount of men's penises who just got larger while Aizen was around them, just because it was giving them their desire.
Was brought into being by the
Or their wives' boobs or ass just suddenly got bigger.
Kisuke Urahara didn't understand. He mistook the nature of its power. He thought that it controlled the boundaries between Hollows and Soul Reapers, because that was his deepest wish as the Hogyoku's creator. Rukia Kuchiki's spiritual
One video by
powers
the
were all
laughing
transferred to
auditor is
Ichigo
titled
Kurosaki,
"Stop Filming, You
causing her to
Scruffy
lose her
Cunt."
Soul Reaper powers. The reason for that was because she was torturing
Fair
herself
enough.
for having killed Kaien Shiba. Yasutora Sado, Orihime Inoue, their special powers were awakened because in the deepest recesses of their hearts, they cursed their own powerlessness and longed to overcome it. I knew that the Hogyoku's true power wasn't actually to control the boundaries between Hollows and Soul Reapers, as Kisuke Urahara claimed it was. Because if that were truly the case, then Shinji Hideko and the others would never have ended up becoming completely visored. The hollowifying of Shinji Hideko and the others was an experiment in hollowification,
Ah, but of
as well as
course.
a verification of the Hogyoku's powers. The experiment was an unqualified success.
Well, I'm happy
With
for
the
you,
activation
Aizen.
of the Hogyoku's powers by Kisuke Urahara, Shinji Hideko and the others evolved into complete visored. And then, armed with my suspicions about the Hogyoku's
I'm doing another
powers,
watch through of Dragon Ball Z currently.
I took a
It's
step
it's entirely
and sent
Richard's
Rukia
fault,
Kuchiki to
because
Ichigo
I
Kurosaki.
wasn't watching Dragon
Of
Ball at the
course,
moment.
even the Hogyoku's
But then when I
power has its
visited
limits.
last, or the time before actually, I think,
It
he was like,
manifests
"Oh, should we
whatever is
just
in the hearts of the
chuck
beings
on a
around it.
couple episodes of
But it's not
Dragon
quite
Ball?
that
Because you know that's just easy watching.
materializes
We haven't got to
something
pay
that
100%
is within the
attention. We
abilities
can
of the
just
subject at hand.
chuck it on in the background, and it's
In that
no
sense,
harm done
it is
sort
a
of thing."
power to lead the subject
And now
in
I'm
the
on
direction
episode
it wishes to
78.
go. But living beings
And it's entirely
are
his
strange
fault.
creatures. They are designed to strive.
This is like
so
my
that they may
third time
realize
watching it
whatever
in a
their
year and a
undersized
half.
hearts desire.
You.
Or 2 years. I can't remember if it's a year and a half or 2 years at this point.
Way to stop it.
But then say with Dragon Ball, I've watched that twice in the same sort of time frame, or maybe slightly like 2.5 years maybe if you had Dragon Ball.
Really close to finishing him
But in like
off.
2.5 years, I've watched
Stay
all
out
of
of this.
Dragon Ball twice, all of Dragon Ball Z twice, and I'm watching Dragon Ball Z a third time now.
Captain Aizen.
I've also watched Dragon Ball
interrupt your
Daima 3 times, GT once, and Super
We're
once.
done here. This conversation
I am a bit
is
of a
over.
Dragon Ball madman.
Dad, what the heck is that? What's happening?
How should I know?
How appropriate that the name it was given should be Hogyoku.
Oh yeah.
The power it has shatters the horizon, blasting it into its constituent parts, separating the divine
Shatter.
and the earthly.
Kyoka Suigetsu.
You've come. Kisuke Urahara.
Kisuke Urahara. He's our favourite man who wears a hat and clogs. Probably. I wonder where he would rank among my favourite anime characters who wear those wooden shoes. Because off the top of my head, my favourite one is probably Jiraiya. Because I love Jiraiya, he's a great character. Kisuke might be number 2. Can I think of anyone else who wears them off the top of my head?
It's been a long time, Aizen.
Oh, that's a long message.
I must say,
have a
that's
look.
an awfully strange look for you.
The process of evolution is usually a rather ugly operation.
I didn't actually say that it was ugly, though. So, You fused with the
Ah, very nice. Very nice. I don't blame you. If I am streaming between that Thursday and whenever my Switch decides to turn up, please don't tell me anything about how the two Zeldas are on the Switch. Because I want to be completely surprised and pleasantly surprised, fingers crossed, with just the performance of those games and, like, you know, the visual improvements and everything. I've obviously seen the trailers and stuff, but I haven't rewatched them, so I've kind of forgot a load of the details.
We should put an end to this.
Already?
I have no other choice. Always be prepared.
Benihime!
I'll get serious, just a bit.
I didn't say Benihime.
In control.
No. Zap.
At the time, that's clearly sour grapes on your part. No, but then, that's of no consequence either way. The reason for that is
Bam!
because you've already lost your chance
What's wrong, Aizen?
to control the Hogyoku forever.
Aren't you gonna die? Riku Tokoro. Hado number 91. Senjuko Tentaiho.
I never, like, noticed any really bad performance with the Zelda games when I played them. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I've just forgotten what it was like on the, like, the day one Switch. Damn it. But I always recall just having a great time with it. Obviously, there were parts about Tears of the Kingdom that were a little bit jittery from time to time, but nothing to complain about. Like, oh, look at that! Oh, there you go. Go on. Oh, damn it, I pressed the wrong button. No!
It seems to me that there's a fundamental point on which we disagree. Our definitions of strength...
No, that's fair.
Tips of 1,000 protective hands unable to touch the darkness. Destructive hands unable to reflect the blue sky. Path that draws light. Wind that fans embers.
You always want Korok Forest to perform nicely.
Bullet of light, 8 bodies, 9 passages, heavenly scripture, ailing treasures, great wheel, gray turret, the arrow
Oh, come on!
disappears into the distance.
Do you think I'd let you use a Kido like that? I will...
Too late!
He's gonna beat me now, isn't he? Because I didn't beat him fast enough.
Our definitions of
Because I was adamant about getting him down. Ah, finally! I wanted to just do that, because it'll do 5 on it. And it cost me like 2 health bars.
My apologies.
Yeah, that's right, and I performed horrendously. Like, I'm sure there's loads of little frame drops and stuff that happened that I just don't remember.
Amazing.
Like, when playing Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, the poor performance is just so obviously there, and it's unavoidable. But with Zelda, there was bits here and there, but it never interfered with the actual gameplay and with the experience for me, or not enough to remember it.
I let down my guard because it is no longer necessary for me to be cautious. I feel it. After having subdued the Hogyoku.
Speaking of The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, my Nintendo Switch OLED model, The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom Edition, is permanently on flight mode so that I do not lose my copy. What's the difference? Like, what do you lose if you update it past 1.0?
You're mistaken. I didn't say you'd let your guard down because you weren't...
Is it like some sort of duplication and stuff like that?
You wouldn't have touched me twice without having conceived of some kind of plan in advance.
What's this?
Is there any patches in particular that you're after?
I plugged up all of the spiritual pressure
Oh,
vents
yeah. I never did any duplication in those games.
You're going to end up being burned from within.
Not that, like, I was against it, I just never did.
Pressure.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Are there any other games you get benefit from doing that as well?
Not yet. I wish it were that easy. Believe me, I do. But then he'd be just another monster. I'm sure he'll be back soon.
Bastard. Ah, fair enough.
What the hell is that?
Sosuke Bison. Continue. Or as Richard would say, Tabaka. I don't know if it's from something that he's seen or what, but he likes to say Tabaka. Yeah, no, that's fair enough. Like, at the end of the day, it's your game. Play it however you want. That's why it's kind of annoying, especially
Using Aikido in the 90s as
like I seen this thing yesterday or the day before, and it's just so stupid because from one side, I can kind of get why the developer. Well, so I'll just explain it. Basically, someone made a mod for Sims 4, and it was like the removal of DEI was the mod. So any family, like basically most of the characters got turned into straight white skinny people, and gay couples got turned into siblings. And then EA like is deleting the mod and stuff, so people can't use it. But it's a single player game. Why do you care if someone wants that as their gaming experience? It's their prerogative. It's up to them. They like. They gave you money for the game, it is now theirs. They can do with it as they please. So I find it really weird that they care that much. Because if someone made a mod to make every character gay, they wouldn't be like, oh, how dare you erase straight people. Or if they did a mod to make everyone black and Mexican, they wouldn't be like, oh, how dare you erase white people. They would allow it, they wouldn't care. But the other way around is outrageous. Random fun fact, lay it on me.
Don't make me laugh. Was that your secret weapon? Don't think you can.
Get some attention!
Getsuga Hadouken!
I'm not sure. To be honest, I haven't been able to read his spiritual.
I have a Nintendo Switch system just for Story of Seasons, Friends of Mineral Town.
But even as I attack him,
fair
enough.
Why?
As if he's not even there. It's creepy. The only
why isn't it worthy of being on the other consoles as well?
Is someone who's in the same state as he is.
That was a fine strike.
Oh, they haven't done like the weird cosmic effect. It's just black. Where the crack is on his face, he's supposed to have like sort of like purple and white dots to look kind of like space, and it looks really cool. Yeah, that's a bit of a mad one. I suppose if you can afford to buy that many Switches for individual games, why not? Don't quite get it myself, but it, you know, okay? You do you, innit?
Gotcha. Just kidding. Tell you what, let's take a little break.
What the?
It's okay. Let's just watch.
Yeah, but you gotta think logically. Imagine how many steel box versions of Sonic you could have bought if you didn't buy those 2 extra switches. You could have like 40 copies of Sonic.
So I shouldn't be surprised.
Well, maybe not 40.
You get what I'm saying?
Like 20.
There's really nothing that anybody can do. You and them are gonna die, and that'll be that. It'll be all over then.
No way. I won't let that happen.
Good, good. I had a feeling you'd say that.
Besides, with Eisen the way that he is,
You could corner the market. You could be the sole owner of all of the Steelbox
I didn't think
Sonics.
that you were going to say that. That makes it sound like you've already made the assumption that you're gonna die. Like it's a given. Really? Have you given up already?
And you could create
Just
your
like
own
that?
company and be
You're
Jason
just going to up and
Steelboxes.
quit?
that's...
Or Jason Steel, like British Steel. Jason Steel. If anyone wants certain DVDs that you've bought all the copies of, they have to come to you for inflated prices. Like an evil scalper, they probably get beaten up then.
Were you always this
So maybe
way?
don't do that one. Or don't do it for ones I want.
Oh, well, whatever. Listen, you should just run away. It's all over for you. You're not a warrior anymore. You're not a soul reaper. Not a hollow. Not a human.
Well, what am
You're
I then?
Nothing.
Oh. Well, I don't want to be
You really
nothing.
think you have any chance of beating somebody who those 3 weren't able to beat? In that incomplete state of yours?
Maybe. Who's
Look,
to say?
With all due respect, get out of here. You don't want to die yet, do you? I'm simply not interested in you anymore. I'm sure that even Captain Eisen would be really disappointed in you right now. You're scared, right? I mean of Captain Eisen. You sensed it, didn't you? Captain Eisen's overwhelming power. That was the final warning I'm going to give you. If you're not going to start running, then I'll just have to kill you right here and now.
You know, I don't like when people keep threatening to kill me. It's very unfriendly of them. Oh, sorry, I forgot to mute. Right, we'll do this last video, then I'm gonna finish up for the day. Says I meet him. Ah, nice. Doing anything in particular, or just a hangout and see what happens? But you don't seem like the kind of guy who just does a hangout to see what happens. You feel like the kind of guy who has it all planned out. Ah, very nice.
Dad. Urahara. Yoruichi.
Can't go wrong with a nice meal.
Gin, what were you trying to do to him just now?
Nothing. I was just teasing him a bit.
I see. Open the Senkaimon. We're going to invade
The
Katakura
Senkaimon?
Society.
Not the
It's not
Senkaimon.
necessary to destroy Tenkaiketsu. It would be more convenient to create the Oken, the royal key in the Soul Society, to take down the royal palace.
Yes.
Wait!
Captain Eisen.
Oh, here we go. So this version of Eisen right here, I have a model of this Eisen.
Yes. It seems that the chrysalis stage
And
is come.
I've had this for like over 10 years, and it was on my shelf when I still lived with my mum. And every time my cousin would come over, he would always gravitate to that Eisen model, and he just couldn't let it go. And as a result, he completely spoilt the Eisen reveal for himself in
The Soul
Bleach.
Society with my very own eyes. I'm going to leave you here. I can devour you later on, after all of this has reached its
I didn't know it was a
conclusion.
remake, but I did know that Story of Seasons was like the continuation of Harvest Moon.
What the... What's going...
Ichigo, come on! Don't just stand there! Open the Senkaimon!
Game Boy Advance.
Let's go. We're gonna protect Katakura Town.
That's impossible. No. There's just no way.
How do you know for sure that it's impossible?
Because I know, and so do you, Dad. There's no way we can
Where's
be
the
a
name
monster
gone?
with that kind of
Who's
spiritual
Natsume?
pressure.
Is that like the main creator of the game?
So, you're able to sense his spiritual pressure then?
What?
Let's go. Aren't you coming?
Well, I see what you did there, but it was more
Cry?
because he knew what the reveal was for Aizen that he turns out to be a bad guy. Because everyone's, if anyone's watching this part of the playthrough, they've already seen it, and he would just come in like, "Oh,
Think hard about
Aizen, he's a good guy, isn't he? Oh, such a good guy, Aizen. Really nice, friendly guy, that Aizen character." And he just wouldn't shut up about it, so he just ingrained it into his mind.
the hands of Aizen.
Dad,
Natsume holds the license to harvest moon, and now shits out crappy mobile ports. Isn't that the way of it nowadays? You can't have anything nice. That's why I'm dreading now the continuation of Dragon Ball Z, now that Akira Toriyama is passed.
You're still not well. You've only
Whatever
been
comes
healed
out
for
next, I believe, will be the first things that he has absolutely no involvement with at all. Or his influence won't be, like, felt in any way.
The Dongai. My, how terribly.
Even if it's just like in passing, because he was still alive, people still respected him, and all this sort of business. So now we'll have
Going, Captain Aizen.
the first game, first movie potentially, TV series, manga, where he has absolutely zero involvement. Where even if it was just like,
pressure can handle.
you know, spiritual involvement. In a non-literal way, because now we could literally have spirit. He could be a spirit involved, you know.
Certainly not reason.
He was
Reason is but
involved
a
in
shield for those who
spirit.
cower behind it. Well, all right. Shall we then?
But you get what I mean, like, obviously his legacy and everything is still involved with the franchise, but if someone really wants to do something, they don't have to run it by Toriyama anymore. They can just do it if that's what they really want to do. Right, I'm going to risk leaving it here and hoping that the game isn't a dick and then, like, I stream for 20 minutes tomorrow. But, yeah, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. It was really nice chatting with you, Jason, and I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a great time tomorrow going for your meal. Take care, and I will see you in the next video. Bye now. So I still wave you moving the camera off. I don't know why. Habit, I suppose. Yeah, take care.